first Latina to book 2 pilots for Disney at the same time. And she was really proud about that.
One thing that hits you watching the show is the diversity. What does it mean to you to be involved in a show that includes so many different races and backgrounds?
It's a pleasure more than anything, because I'm glad that Disney's, finally having a Latin show. We're the first Latin show that Disney's ever had, so I'm honored and blessed to be a part of that, and I think it's also good that Disney's doing that so that kids can see that there's other things. Also we're with Italian dad and a Mexican mom, just to show that there's different, just different cultures out there. So
what do the Alma Awards mean to you?
To me, it's not only recognizing the hard work that all these people do every day, but it's also recognizing the Latin heritages and everybody, whether they be Spanish or Mexican, Hispanic, whatever it may be. It's kind of recognizing that community, and it's a really big deal to my side of the family because we watched these awards growing up, and now I'm here. So,
My dad is Mexican and my mom is Italian, so I'm half Mexican, which is a big part of my life, which is why I was named after the singer Selena. So I think that's awesome. But yes, I'm half Mexican. When I got the news I was going to be on the cover of Latina, I felt very Mexican in a good way. This is one of my first big covers, so I'm very excited. It felt very kind of empowering in a way to know that not only am I being recognized for my show and for the stuff that I do, it's also the fact that I'm kind of the youngest little Latina thing going on, so it's fun. I'm really proud to be who I am, and I'm honored to be on the cover and to be a part of this magazine.
A little problem with the Spanish there?
Yeah, she did. I'm the Mexican one, so I'm the one that speaks this.
Well, I'm sure it's...
And I have children and mom that comes up to me and they say, it's so wonderful to have a Latina role model, and that's a lot on me. I think it's such an honor, and I'm glad to say that hopefully I will bring the next generation. I find that most Latina women in my life are very passionate.
Welcome to Mexico. I know your father is actually from Mexico, right? Tu papá es mexicano. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, my father was born in, my grandparents actually were born in Monterrey.
Sus abuelos nacieron en Monterrey.
Sí, mis abuelos.
Yeah, and you speak a little bit of Spanish, right?
Poquito.
Inspiration behind recording A Year Without Rain in Spanish would have to be probably my background, my family. I knew that it would make my grandmother really proud. She's always wanted me to do a song in Spanish. I'm half Mexican and half Italian. My name comes from a really, really popular Tejano singer when I was younger that passed away. My father named me after her, Selena Gomez, and I was completely educated on her growing up. I knew her music, I still know her music, I still love her, and I look up to her as a musician.
So on this album, you speak a little Spanish tonight in the song that you're going to sing. You're going to have some Spanish in it.
The name of my album is called A Year Without Rain, and the second single was A Year Without Rain. And since it's a song that obviously means a lot to me, I decided to record it in Spanish as well.
Yeah. Is that a goal of yours one day to, like Shakira was on the show?
Yes, and I have her album, and exactly what she did is my dream.
That's what you want to do.
Yeah, because I feel like for my family it would make them really proud, but I'd love to. That'd be my dream, to put out an entire album in Spanish.
When I started in this business, there was very few Latino performers, and everybody was older. So it's nice to see a younger generation come up that has respect for the past, including your father and your family.
I'm half Mexican and half Italian, so my mom's side is really, really southern, which makes no sense, but they have fried turkey, squash, fried okra, mashed potatoes. And then I go to my dad's house and they got tamales and, all the tortillas, rice and beans, everything.
All that stuff that puts you out.
Yeah. I'm working on my Spanish record right now, so I'm very excited about that.
And the album's gonna be all in Spanish?
Yes.
I smell my grandmother's tamales and rice and beans, and it's just like I'm home and I feel so good. And like my grandma's house has not changed since I was born, and it's so sweet. It makes me feel so good and comfortable, and like it's just all about being together. I think that's the one thing that is a strong in my heritage. I feel like we're always about family, and we're just always about being together.
How was connecting this part for you, for your Mexican traditions?
That is a part of who I am. I never knew that was a part of who I was, because that's who I am.
Yeah.
My dad, my family, that's me. And then when I became, whoever I was, it was people saw me as half Mexican or Mexican, and I didn't know. I was like, that's who I am. Now I'm able to embrace that. And to become an actress and a singer when I was 7, I thought I had to be blonde or have blue eyes or pretty. I mean, I love Britney Spears and Hilary Duff, and I thought that's what I had to look like. And then, you know, every day I deal with people thinking, I'm too this, I'm too that, I'm not good enough. It's just about learning that you're strong with who you are. Honestly, I'm proud of my background, even just my name. Being able to have and carry my dad's name is very important to me. I think there are so many different parts of my life, and in moments where people who are of that descent they come up to me and they say how much it means, and I didn't even realize it. So I'm very honored to be able to carry my name.
About me, for my culture, is I think the commitment to family and the tradition. I think there's something that I feel like people have maybe lost when it comes to tradition. There's things that there's about togetherness that I miss. You know, every Sunday was our time to get together to cook, and there was no phones, there was no distractions. It was all day spending it together and just fighting and talking and yelling and just eating. And I think being in that environment makes people feel good, you know, and I think that's what I miss. I think that's probably what I'm most proud of, and just how proud we are. There's never one moment where you see anyone to be ashamed of who they are, and my family, for one, if you met any of my Mexican side, they are very proud, and Texan at that too. So I love how proud, and I love the tradition behind it.
I think I'm doing pretty great.
Je crois que je me porte plutôt bien. Moi, je m'en débrouille plutôt pas mal. Mais ça sert à rien d'attirer encore plus l'attention là-dessus. Mais moi, je suis fière d'être mexicaine.
Très maligne réponse. Bravo. C'est très intelligent.
It was recently announced that Selena and Aaron Kaplan are teaming up with Freeform, which is a Disney-owned company, for a coming-of-age story about a poor young Latina girl growing up in East Los Angeles. Inspired by a real young woman in East LA, they're saying that it'll be like a Latina version of Empire.